Shalom, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Karkadash. Double honors to the elder apostle, Great Millstone, and salutation you I can teach all truth and sincerity. This is going to be called Do Not Justify Yourself. So I'm going to start this off in Job. Job chapter 9 verse 20. If I justify myself, my own mouth shall condemn me. If I say I am perfect, it shall also prove me perverse. So we're not supposed to justify our wicked actions. I'll give you a quick example. If a brother had on his table a bottle of wine, and we, had a cup in our hand, and he didn't say for us to pour the wine yet, but we eventually poured the wine anyway. That's going off because we didn't ask him could we pour the wine. He just left it on the table. He didn't say you could pour the wine out. He didn't say you can have some of the wine. He just left it on the table. Like what if a brother told you, the point of that example was the person that poured the wine was wicked, and then if the person that poured the wine didn't say Salaki, he said I wanted some wine. That's justifying your action. Like you need the wine so bad that you didn't thought to ask for the wine. You just decided to pour it. That's an example of justify yourself. You're not going to, because the point is that's not your wine to pour. That's your brother's wine. And if you decide to pour it, and then you say, I wanted some wine, and it was right there, that's justifying a wicked action. Another example I was going to do is if a brother had a bunch of liquor on the table and told you not to drink the Hennessy, but you ended up pouring the Hennessy in your drink. And then you say in your mind, he ain't going to notice, but when he got back, he noticed. And then he starts saying, I had multiple bottles of liquor on the table. You could have poured. Why you pouring my Hennessy when I told you not to pour my Hennessy? And I know my Hennessy was poured because it's low. That's the point. That's a part. And then you say you justify your wicked action when you could have said like I don't want anything else. I want this Hennessy. But that's still justifying yourself, But anyway, those are two examples. If I can explain it any more thoroughly, I would. But anyway, it's not. You're not supposed to justify yourself because you're going to condemn yourself. We're not perfect. We're not going to be perfect until we get to the kingdom. But we're striving for perfection. We're striving every day to get to being perfect. So anyway, I'm gonna go to Luke 16 and 15. This is Luke 16 verse 15, and he said unto them, Ye are they which justify yourselves before men, but Yahweh knoweth your hearts, for that which is highly esteemed among men is an abomination in the sight of the Most High Yahweh. So excuse me. What's the Most High? Slaki, excuse me. You're not supposed to. Those that justify themselves before men, the Most High knoweth our minds. He sees the wickedness within us at a deeper level. He knows more than we know. because He's the Most High. And what's highly esteemed among men is just abomination unto the Lord. I'm gonna go to. That's why it's not good to justify yourself, because you're just gonna condemn yourself, and your ways are gonna be considered perverse. Especially if you being rebuked, you're supposed to basically be holding your tongue. I've been rebuked multiple times, and I remember when I got rebuked one time really badly. I was speaking. I should have never been speaking. I should have just kept my mouth shut. But I hadn't been yelled at in a while at that time. But this is an example. Salaki for even justifying that wicked action. See, I'm gonna say this: when we do these videos, we do this first and foremost for ourselves. And Salaki for me even justifying that action, but I'm just trying to explain it in a way where I'm trying to explain where I was not rebuked for a while. I was rebuked, but on our group chat. I was rebuked on our group chat, but not in person. I had nobody yelling at me, and this particular brother was yelling at me at the time, and I was speaking out, and I should have never been speaking out. And I should have kept my mouth closed and listened to what he was saying. And that's the point. Like if you're being rebuked for something, or you're being told something not to do and you still do it, and then you get rebuked for it, you're supposed to hold your tongue and listen, and not justify what you just did. Because if you start justifying what you just did, like the scriptures say, you'll condemn yourself, and your ways will be seen perverse and wicked. But anyway, I'm gonna go to. I got 3 more scriptures and I'm done. This is I'm gonna go to Ecclesiastes 7 and 5. It says, "Justify not thyself before Yahweh, and boast not of thy wisdom before the king." Because if you justify yourself, or try to justify your actions while you being rebuked, or before a brother, that's also because the men of the Lord are representing Yahweh Shai on earth. So if that's as you justifying yourself before the Lord, which is going to be wicked, because if you boast and be prideful and justify your actions, you're gonna be considered wicked. It says, "And boast not of thy wisdom before the king," because you if you boast and be prideful of what you know, and and what you know don't make no sense if your actions are wicked. Doesn't But anyway, I'm gonna go to this is Ecclesiastes 20:1. It says, "Therefore is a reproach that is not comely against some men holding his tongue and is wise." It says, "It is much better to reprove than to be angry secretly, and he that confesseth his fault shall be preserved from hurt." It says, how good is it when thou art reproved to show repentance, for so shall thou escape willful sin. So it's because being reproved or rebuked is not it's not a pleasant thing all the time. And it's better when you're getting reproved or rebuked to just hold your tongue, and because if you hold your tongue, you're kind of wise. If you getting reproved or rebuked and you're listening to what they got to say, that shows that you have wisdom. It says, And it's better for that brother to tell you what he needs to tell you at that time, because it's better for him to tell you instead of being angry at you all the time and making everything unpleasant when you're around. Um, and also, if you if you getting reproved and rebuked and he tells you everything and he gets it off his chest, you can always say Salakia and show that you understand what he said, and you're gonna take into consideration what he said and change how you operate around him. You know. uh, I'm gonna go to the last one. This is Ecclesiastes 32:17. It says this is Ecclesiastes 32:17. It says, "A sinful man will not be reproved, but find an excuse according to his will." Because a person that's often reproved harden their neck. That's in I believe Proverbs 29 verse 1. Because a sinful man makes many excuses. Um, he will make an excuse on not doing videos or not going out on the highways and byways, or just making excuses completely in his life, you know. And I know that because I've been one of those. I've done that, you know, making excuses, many excuses, you know. So I understand that what that certain particular guy will go through, making excuses a lot. So I'm gonna say all praise and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahshai.